News Channel 13 is the only Southern Colorado station in Cleveland for the RNC. Bart Bedsole anchoring our convention coverage tonight. And Bart, you spoke with the Colorado delegates, and most of them voted for Ted Cruz this week.
Yeah, James, and no question, a lot of them still wish that it was Senator Ted Cruz up on that stage tonight, but it was not. It was Donald Trump, and this was his first chance since being nominated to try and win over some of those that he didn't win in the primaries.
My father and our next president, Donald J. Trump.
Only cheers were heard this week in Donald Trump's first public speech as the Republican nominee. He talked about immigration, the economy, and safety.
My plan will begin with safety at home, which means safe neighborhoods, secure borders, and protection from terrorism. There can be no prosperity without law and order.
But most of all, he talked about Hillary Clinton.
The world is far less stable than when Obama made the decision to put Hillary Clinton in charge of America's foreign policy.
His address was not outburst-free, as one woman with Code Pink was taken away in handcuffs after waving a banner on top of a media table. It appeared all Colorado delegates were present, but on most points, when other delegates stood and cheered, they remained sitting in their seats. We talked to a few after the speech ended.
I think it was enough to sway some of the Cruz supporters over to his side, but there's differences there in terms of principles. So I think that some people are not going to be very easily moved.
He has a chance to prove himself for the next couple months and see if that's the type of president he wants to be, sort of a constitutional conservative or not. And I'm sure that we'll be hearing plenty from Mr. Trump on Twitter and on the media.
I don't believe Donald Trump ever mentioned Senator Ted Cruz's name tonight or did anything really obvious to try and sway some of his supporters. I would say he was somewhat the Donald Trump we've come to know from his speeches during the primary period, but a number of us noticed that he also seemed at least a bit more presidential tonight, and that's something we know a lot of Colorado delegates were looking for. Reporting live for a final time this week in Cleveland, Bart Bedsole, KRDO News Channel 13. James, Heather, we'll see you in Philadelphia next week.